Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got some huge news today. Ryan Reynolds just made his first public appearance since the drama with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively's lawsuit dropped. And you're not gonna believe where he chose to speak first. So what did he reveal? Did he address the lawsuit? And how does he keep his cool under this kind of pressure? Stick around because we're breaking down everything Ryan Reynolds said and didn't say right here, right now. Let's dive into it. But first, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you want more updates on this story and everything else trending in Hollywood. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds request gag order for Justin Baldoni's lawyer. Ryan Reynolds continues to put out maximum effort amid his and Blake Lively's legal battle with Justin Baldoni. In fact, the Deadpool actor joined Shark Tank guest star Matt Higgins to speak with students at Harvard Business School, his first public appearance since he and Lively were sued by Baldoni over the film It Ends With Us. This class has megawatt talent, Reynolds posted on Instagram on January 22, alongside photographs of himself at the Ivy League schools. The questions alone made me wiser. In true Reynolds flair, the 48-year-old included some wit in his visit review. In another post, he mentioned his late father, James Chester Reynolds, saying, "If my dad were even remotely alive enough to see me speaking at Harvard Business School, he'd be pretty impressed." More due to his sudden awakening, he joked, but also, what an opportunity to withhold affection and see your child speak at Harvard. Reynolds' outing comes one day after he wife Lively, with whom he shares children James, 10, Inez, 8, Betty, 5, and Olin, almost 2, requested that Baldoni's lawyer Brian Friedman be placed under a gag order for the remainder of the court proceedings. Baldoni is countersuing Reynolds and his wife of 12 years after Lively accused him of creating a hostile work atmosphere while filming their 2024 film. Baldoni has refuted Lively's charges, claiming in his lawsuit against the couple that they took over his function as a director during the Colleen Hoover adaptation's production. Furthermore, Baldoni denied Lively's accusation that he launched a smear campaign against her, claiming that the actress and Reynolds cooperated with members of the press to pin the blame on him. During the legal drama, Baldoni's legal team distributed behind-the-scenes footage from It Ends With Us to numerous media sources, including E! News, in the hopes that the actor's behavior in the video would refute Ms. Lively's characterization of him. However, Lively's lawyers claimed in a January 21 statement to E! That the footage corroborates to the letter what Ms. Lively described in her lawsuit, stating that it showed her attempts at levity to try to deflect the unwanted touching. Baldoni's attorney Friedman said that his client has the right to publicly defend himself by putting forth actual facts and evidence. Ms. Lively wants very different standards to apply to her, but fortunately, truth and authenticity apply to everyone and can never be wrong, he explained to E! On January 21st. Looking at the video and the evidence to come, I can understand why Ms. Lively would now not want this to play out in public. On December 20th, 2024, Blake Lively filed a CRD complaint against Justin Baldoni and his Wayfarer associates. On December 20th, 4 months after the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's book It Ends With Us premiered in theaters, Blake Lively filed a California Civil Rights Department CRD complaint against her co-star Justin Baldoni and his friends, according to the New York Times. Baldoni, his production company Wayfarer Studios, Wayfarer, its CEO Jamie Heath, co-founder Steve Sarowitz, Baldoni's publicist Jennifer Abel, her company RWA Communications, crisis communications specialist Melissa Nathan, her company The Agency Group PR LLC, contractor Jed Wallace, and his company Street Relations Inc. were all named defendants in the complaint obtained by E! News. Lively claimed in her complaint that Baldoni and his Wayfarer associates embarked on a sophisticated press and digital plan in retaliation for her raising concerns about alleged misconduct on set, claiming that she and other cast and crew members experienced invasive, unwelcome, unprofessional, and sexually inappropriate behavior by Baldoni and Heath. The actress noted that the alleged campaign against her caused her substantial harm, both personally and professionally. The complaint alleges sexual harassment, retaliation, failure to investigate, prevent, and/or remedy harassment, aiding and abetting harassment and retaliation, breach of contract, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, false light invasion of privacy, and interference with prospective economic advantage. December 21st, 2024. The New York Times publishes a report on the alleged smear campaign against Lively. The next day, the New York Times ran an article about a retaliatory smear campaign that Baldoni and his accomplices reportedly launched against Lively, citing her CRD complaint. The outlet reported messages sent by Baldoni and his team, which included publicist Abel and crisis communications specialist Nathan, as part of her complaint. "I hope that my legal action helps pull back the curtain on these sinister retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct," Lively stated to the news organization, "and helps protect others who may be targeted." After Lively's accusation became public, Brian Friedman, the attorney for Baldoni, Wayfarer, and its representatives, dismissed her charges. "It is shameful that Ms. Lively and her representatives would make such serious and categorically false accusations against Mr. Baldoni, Wayfarer Studios, and its representatives as yet another desperate attempt to fix her negative reputation, which was garnered from her own remarks and actions during the campaign for the film, interviews and press activities that were observed publicly in real time and unedited, allowing the internet to generate their own. These claims are completely false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious, with an intent to publicly hurt and rehash a narrative in the media." The representatives of Wayfarer Studios still did nothing proactive nor retaliated, and only responded to incoming media inquiries to ensure balanced and factual reporting and monitored social activity, he explained afterwards. "What is pointedly missing from the cherry-picked correspondence is the evidence that there were no proactive measures taken with media or otherwise, just internal scenario planning and private correspondence to strategize, which is standard operating procedure with public relations professionals." However, WME disputed that Lively's husband Ryan Reynolds was to blame for the agency's split with Baldoni, as the It Ends With Us director later claimed in his lawsuit against the New York Times. More on that below. According to Baldoni's petition, Reynolds put pressure on his agency at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere. This is not true, WME, which also represents Reynolds and Lively, said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter on January 1st. Baldoni's former representative was not at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, nor was there any pressure from Reynolds or Lively at any time to drop Baldoni as a client. That's it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.